Bungie just made a massive post on their website titled Buildcrafting Evolved. In this video, we're going to recap everything you need to know. The loadout system coming to Lightfall, allowing you to have 10 slots to create custom loadouts, mod customization screens to manage all of your mods, changes to Guardian appearance, champion counters, and tons more. Bungie says, the current build crafting system relies heavily on a mod library that has grown too highly complex and, at times, confusing. So, we are making some changes to improve it, as well as other aspects of how you build your dream monster-killing machine. Today we're going to share some more details on the upcoming in-game loadouts and mod customization features, and how we are evolving the build crafting experience as a whole. Here's the TLDR at the top. Consolidation is a major theme in many of the changes you'll be seeing today. The current pre-Lightfall mod system has been built piecemeal over the years and contains a lot of redundancies. The loadout system empowers Guardians to suit up for whatever task on the fly. You'll have up to 10 slots available to save multiple loadouts, and this single screen system also provides opportunities for players to create and share their loadouts with the community more easily, which is super nice. See what other Guardians are using and apply that to your loadouts. A mod customization screen will be making managing your mods more easy with them all in one place. Like we currently have the Guardian appearance screen, this new mod screen creates an easy to reference space where you can see all of your armor pieces and mods at any given time. Champion counters are being spread between artifact perks, subclass abilities, and more, and then updates to mods streamline the process and bring new and exciting build potential to Destiny 2. That is the TLDR. Let's first start with loadouts. Being able to save your loadouts and easily switch between them in-game has been a long requested feature and is arriving with Lightfall next month. We're taking the power of quickly switching between carefully crafted builds and making it available in-game. Here are some of the problems the team wanted to solve. Quickly swapping entire sets of gear without numerous trips to the vault or having to open a second screen. Decrease time in between play sessions caused by needing to rebuild a loadout, and create ways to label loadouts for quick identification. Here you can see a Warlock with 3 loadouts created of the 6 slots they have unlocked. You will be able to unlock all 10 slots by progressing through the new Guardian rank system. Each loadout label has an assortment of colors and icons to choose from, including Crucible, Raids, Trials, Gambit, damage types, and more. Now, mods and mod customization. When Lightfall goes live, it'll be a new ballgame of sorts. Things will be different, and you'll have a blank slate to start cooking up new builds for future adventures. Not all current builds in Destiny 2 will be possible upon launch, but there will be a healthy offering to start with. We're also planning to expand upon build crafting options season over season. Problems the team wanted to solve for mods. Cut down on time managing mods. Remove limitations that created confusing experiences, breaking down barriers to make build crafting fun. Giving players more understandable ways to earn mods. Remove the need to wait for Ada1 to sell specific mods you need. And retune mods to give players more forms of expression while also tampering down on the areas of power creep. The new mod customization screen is going to make creating your builds much easier, as you'll be able to see all of your currently applied mods and how they are affecting your stats on one screen. From here, you can quickly select different pieces of gear to start tinkering. There is also a tab at the top of the screen, so you can switch over to see what perks and stats your current weapons have without having to switch back to your character screen. Now let's talk about earning mods. Historically, you earn mods in different ways, or you would just wait for Ada1 to have them in her stock. Bungie wanted to remove this and give mods more of a clear unlock path. All mods will be unlocked by achieving Guardian rank 6. Most players who have spent some time in the game will start out at rank 6 and instantly have all mods ready to go out of the gate. New players will unlock mods as they climb through those ranks. Look out for more information on Guardian rank soon. Mod application details. Mod energy types are being removed, eliminating the need for 4 different versions of a given armor piece for build crafting purposes. They're also converting the combat style socket into an additional mod socket for that armor slot, helmet, gauntlets, etc., and reducing the energy cost of many of those mods, helping give you more opportunities to mix and match. Additionally, armor mods that previously provided benefits to weapons based on their archetype, for example, hand cannon loader, will now instead provide benefits to weapons based on their damage type. This levels the playing field for all weapon archetypes and should make it easier to put together a powerful suite of mods to benefit multiple weapons in your loadout sharing a damage type. Artifact mods are also being translated to unlockable perks. They will no longer need to be socketed, but rather unlock for the duration of the season once earned and are passively applied to your loadout. So let's say the anti-barrier weapon of the season is a pulse rifle. This means that you'll no longer need to equip a mod for this, taking up precious space and energy. All your pulse rifles, unless they have an intrinsic champion mod, will automatically have anti-barrier applied. So what does this mean for Artifice Armor's extra artifact mod slot? Starting in Lightfall, Artifice Armor will have a new unique mod slot that grants 3 additional points to your character's stats like Strength, Mobility, Intellect. These will help you round off your stats as you perfect your builds. Once you've gotten your loadout set and your mods managed, it's time to dive in. We're making some gameplay updates to complement the above changes. They first talk about match game. They want to remove this restriction and allow more freedom with how you create your builds to take advantage of new element-specific mods. To reach this goal, match game is being removed from high difficulty activities, and they're making a few tweaks to how you can do damage to different types of shields. Base shield resistance to non-matching damage types across the entire game is being adjusted to 50%, similar to Gambit currently. And they'll have some other ways for you to do some bonus damage to shields that they'll tell us about before launch. This will help you synergize your perks and abilities around a single damage type, rather than diluting them across several different ones. Next up, changes to champions. While you will have a selection of anti-champion artifact perks available to you based on your current weapon selection, Bungie is also adding some anti-champion options to your subclasses to complement your weapons. Barrier champions, Solar, Void, and Strand counter. When using volatile rounds from your weapon, it will also pierce the barrier and stun the champion. When a player is radiant, their attacks pierce champion shields and stun them, and Strand will also have a method of piercing barriers. Overload champions, Arc, Stasis, and Void counter. Damaging an overload champion by triggering the jolted condition stuns the champion. Likewise, suppressing the champion stuns them, as does slowing them with stasis. And then finally, unstoppable champions, Arc, Solar, Stasis, and Strand counter. You got blinding and unstoppable stuns them, encasing them in stasis and then shattering it or triggering a solar ignition on them stuns them as well, and of course Strand will have its own version of this. With the combat mod socket going away, many mods that once belonged to the Charged with Light and Elemental Well subfamilies will now fall under the revamped system, known as Armor Charge, and move to armor slot specific sockets. If you are interested in the Armor Charge mechanic changes, here they are, you can pause and check them out. Elemental Wells evolved. While many of the mods that previously created or benefited from Elemental Wells are being changed to instead focus on orbs of power, some aspects of Elemental Wells aren't going away entirely. Instead of creating Elemental Wells, each subclass will now create damage type specific spawned objects. Ionic Traces for Arc, Fire Sprite for Solar, Void Breaches for Void, Stasis Shards continued being used for Stasis, and Strand will have an object they'll share more in the future. The ability to spawn these will not come from armor mods, but rather your subclasses instead. So for example, while the Ember of Tempering Fragment is active for Solar Hunters, it will now create a Fire Sprite when you defeat an enemy with a Solar weapon. And to wrap this up, we have Balancing Act. They talk about the changes to some of these mods, the mod system, and some that aren't making the ride, including Warmind cells. But anyway, Guardians, that's basically it for this news roundup. I don't normally cover these types of things. I like to cover news, but I'm not the best with mods and perks and things like that. But hopefully you found this useful. The link to the full post can be found in the description below. But if you'd like to see some other Destiny news and mysteries just like this video, please be sure to subscribe to the channel. Anyway, I thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next video.